We are living in a volatile political environment. You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorable.
Come on, man.
If the Trump administration approves a vaccine before or after the election, should Americans take it, and would you take it?
If the public health professionals, if Dr. Fauci, if the doctors tell us that we should take it, I'll be the first in line to take it. Absolutely. But if Donald Trump tells us that we should take it, I'm not taking it.
Come on, man. And if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It was a debate.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Deplorable Talk Show. You are here with Mr. Deplorable himself, Israel Perez, and former Vice President Joe Biden held a press conference last week following the signing of an executive order to protect women's rights. He made an astonishing remark, so let's take a look.
Power. It is noteworthy that the percentage of women who register to vote and cast a ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line. Women are not without electoral and or political or men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line. Women are not without electoral and or political.
Jesus. End quote. Repeat the line. Jesus. That's how we're starting this off, huh? You can tell he's reading a prompter. But when you're reading a prompter, when it says end of quote, you don't say end of quote. And when it says repeat the line, you're supposed to repeat what you just said. Hilarious. Thanks for the laugh, Biden. So today's big lead topics will be about, I didn't mean to say the S at the end of there. The game of chess that Elon Musk is playing with social media giant. In a bold move, Elon announced he was going to terminate his deal with Twitter. Also, we have a new ending segment for today's show, and it is called The Unexplained. And it's going to be a good one. I'm very excited about it. It's my new conspiracy, UFO. Oops, just hitting stuff. Sorry, I'm a little itchy. I don't understand why. Anyways, but before we get into any of that, we should get into our first segment for today. And we were going to do a Today in TikTok at the beginning of this segment. But what was trending on Twitter last weekend, I couldn't miss out on doing it, man. It was just insane what was going on. So let's jump into that segment called Trending. Trump was too liberal. Tweet.
On your shoulder. You adjust the microphone as you talk, man. For their gracious aid.
So this is a segment where we will be looking at what was trending on Twitter. And the Twitter gods blessed us with not only just one topic, but 4 trending topics that are connected together. And those trending hashtags were hashtag Hunter Biden, hashtag 4chan, hashtag Pedo Peter, and hashtag iCloud. So let's lay this out. Now, what I'm doing here is I took the time, and trust me, it took forever, man, to go through hashtag 4chan because that was the actual hashtag that made this all explode. And I went back to, I think, July 9th, and then rolled through the hashtag from the beginning to kind of lay this out, how it was happening and why things were exploding the way they were exploding. So, sorry guys, I'm a little itchy here. It's a little hot in here, man. I'm just like, Jesus. And the reason I have the beanie on because it keeps my hair out of my face, So, anyways, so the degenerates at 4chan hacked Biden's iCloud accounts. Wow. How did they do it? I don't know. And I'm not interested in going to 4chan to find out. Because if you've ever been to 4chan, It's hard to navigate, and you're going to run into something that you don't want to run into. Just saying. So, all I know is that on the board, politically incorrect, a thread titled Biden's iPhone Backup Journal number 17. And if you were to go try and find it, I think they got rid of it because 4chan's been, they haven't been, for Second Amendment for a long time, ever since, I forgot what, the QAnon stuff. So, in that thread, there was several torrent downloads for all the files that person had found off Hunter Biden's iCloud account. And also there was a file so that way then you could download the password and where to go so that way you can then participate in finding, damning stuff on his iCloud account. And shortly after the 4chan leak, it spread like wildfire on Twitter, and it came to Twitter with the hashtag 4chan. So hashtag 4chan in the early hours of October 10th started gaining momentum around 8 p.m. And also the reason it started gaining momentum is because of hashtags called Pedo Peter and Hunter Biden. So the hashtag Pedo Peter and Hunter Biden displays the contents of the hacked iCloud that was beginning to flood into Twitter. So the first images The first images were screenshots of Hunter's iCloud dashboard, which showed private messages from his iPad and iPhone. So let's give a look at those first photos that came about. So the Twitter handles. I'm not even going to try and say his name. You guys can see it. C. Polvisky. He says, drip, drip, drip. Be patient, Anons. It's coming down the pipeline. And for those who don't know what an Anon is, it's what you call anonymous posters on 4chan. Anonymous Anon. Makes sense, right? So let's take a look at this first one right here. So we can obviously see it was the dashboard, and over off to the side it says Hunter's iPad, iPhone, and Johnny Appleseed's iPhone. It's a sample, whatever. And then we can see that they have the messages area open, and you have names like Mom, Sarah Biden, Pedo Peter, and Mom, group chat. What they have open right here is John Bolduc. And you can just see several more names going down, and you can see Pedo Peter right there, and Pedo Peter again with Missy Biden. Well, and if we go to the next one, open this one up, and it is of Pedo Peter and Missy Biden. I love you, Pop. Brett Kavanaugh is at the girls' sidewall basketball game versus visitation. That's how you say that word. Huh. And then the next photo is super grainy. I don't know if he thought he was going to get in trouble because it looks like there's some naked girls there. But whatever, huh? Anyways. So who is Pedo Peter? That's the actual question on everybody's mind. And the reason why Pedo Peter and, Hunter Biden was trending. And if we take a look at this next tweet, we can assume Pedo Peter, is Joe Biden. So this tweet is also coupled with an article from Fox News, or it looks like Fox News here. But anyways, Joe Biden used alias of KGB spy from Tom Clancy novels, emails from Hunter's laptop show. Okay. And it says, Joe Biden wrote to his son Hunter and others close to him using the pseudonym Peter Henderson. And it's Pedo Peter, right? Anyways, right here it says, Mom and Pedo Peter. You getting ride with Preston home? Yeah, you getting ride with Preston. Non-pop picking I both up at Max Garden. Obviously, he's having a conversation with Mom. Drove, ask Pop. No? Well. We can only assume that Pedo Peter is Joe Biden from that text message right there, right? I mean, who else would it be? So, later in the morning, more texts started emerging between, Hunter Biden and other family members, like his brother's widow, Haley Biden. And let's bring that one up here. So, Haley Biden and Haley John Penrod. Haley have David call if something like this ever happens again, implying next time Hunter fucks up. Let David know, Haley. Wow, you're fucking amazing. You know what's going to happen to me if someone uses that, Haley. I'm at the end of my sanity. What right do you fucking have, Haley? There are 5 guns in Dad's house. There are fucking more weapons in your son's room than in any armory. What's my fuck up owning a gun? How, Haley, is that wrong? It's only wrong if you make me out to be unstable. I'm proven unstable when you put a gun in a trash can at Jensen's out of fear. Jesus. What's odd is, Hunter Biden is a felon. So how does he have a gun? Now, I guess if you're Joe Biden's son, you can skip the background check. Or maybe, just maybe, he got the gun illegally. Just saying. Anyways, by 10 a.m., hashtag 4chan was at number 10 on Twitter's trending list, known as seen by this tweet by a person named Butternuts III. So as we're seeing here at number 8, Trump's a laughingstock. Sure. It just seems like something they were trying to use to combat what was happening here. Number 9, Pete Buttigieg, and I don't know why he was popping up. Or obviously says that right there, huh? But if we look at number 10, hashtag 4chan is trending with Pedo Peter. There we go. And the tweets keep on rolling here, people. So here's another tweet that came up shortly after, getting close to noon on the 10th. Oh, that's right. Sorry. I forgot about this. The tweet that I was going to have show up here has been deleted. Why was it deleted? And I'll say this about the tweet. It was probably one of the more unrevealing tweets. What it was a text message to Dad from Hunter Biden. And it had a picture of what looked like Hunter Biden and what looked like a girl bent over. And somebody went through and scribbled out the rest of the area so that way it wasn't exposing what they were doing, which was Hunter Biden had a prostitute in, doggy style position and sent it to his dad, asking him what he thinks. Why would he send his dad that photo? Nothing says bonding than sending your dad a photo of you plowing a prostitute. Just saying. Man, dude. So, shortly after that text dropped, a second, video of Hunter and a couple of ladies of the nights made it into the thread. And this is a 2-second clip. So, it's just going to be very quickly, but let's give this a watch, huh? And I don't think I'll get kicked off of YouTube for this one, but, let's play the cards.
Naked, like naked. Naked, like naked.
We'll just leave that minimized just in case, right? This is the thing, man. I understand, if you want to live that kind of lifestyle, more power to you. You sound like fun, Hunter. But I draw the line at, recording myself doing things that are illegal. just saying, and the thread just keeps on giving, heading towards noon on the 10th. So here's the last clip that dropped on the 10th. And this was shortly after, I want to say noon. We'll see when I bring it up here what time this was. So this was at 1:25 p.m. on the 10th. And let's give this a watch here. This is a good one. Trust me.
No, I just weighed out the bag. It's 2.06.
2.07 without the bag.
So how long is
2.
And if you guys couldn't hear that, I'm sorry. It's super low. I didn't think it was going to be that low. But the girl in the background says it's let me back this up here. Boom. She tells him it's 20.6 or something like that. And he goes 20.7 as it's switching from 20.7 to 20.10. No, and I don't know if that was excitement or disappointment, but the fact that he was commenting on the point of the gram probably means he was disappointed. You know, not speaking from experience here, but usually, you know, from movies, when you're commenting on the points of the gram, it's probably because you were disappointed because it's probably lower than what you thought it was going to be. Jesus Christ. Here's to you, Hunter. Anyways, so here's the odd thing. According to this chart, and let's bring this up, hashtag 4chan had increasing momentum for 2 days. All right. So it hit its peak momentum at 6.2K tweets at 7 p.m. on the 10th. And it hit its peak momentum at 8 a.m. At 5.2K tweets on the 11th. All right. At 12:14 p.m. Pacific and 3:14 p.m. Eastern, hashtag 4chan, disappeared from the trending chart, but Hunter Biden still remained. So let's give that a look, huh? So if we look here, number 7, San Remo 2023, and the number 8 is Hunter Biden. And that was at 12:15 p.m. June 11th. 3:15 Eastern. Makes no sense. If it had peak momentum, for 2 days straight, it should still be up there with Hunter Biden. No. That doesn't make any sense. How does hashtag 4chan just disappear from the trending chart? Which is odd. Just a heads up on how trends work. Trending topics stop trending when the volume of people tweeting hashtag or phrases decline, which hashtag 4chan did start to decline, but not enough to make it disappear from the trending list. So let's close this out. I find it odd that hashtag 4chan just magically lost steam shortly after 12 p.m. It lost so much steam that it didn't just decrease in rank, it disappeared entirely from the list. That doesn't make any sense. And the numbers prove it. And the numbers also prove that Twitter falsifies their numbers. So according to this tweet that we brought up earlier, Twitter said hashtag San Remo 2023 was trending at number 7 with 4,000 tweets. Now, if we look at the numbers, and let's bring this up over here. San Remo 2023, you guys can see it up there. At 12 p.m., July 11th, was trending at 2.3K tweets. I thought it said that it was trending at 4,000 tweets. That's odd. Whatever. Well, so if that's off, let's see how far off Hunter Biden is. Okay, so Hunter Biden says what? 413K tweets? Let's bring up Hunter Biden. So, Hunter Biden was trending at 12 p.m. July 11th at, let's find it here. Boom. July 11th, 12 p.m. 35K tweets. 413K tweets, huh? That's a huge fucking mistake. Jesus, dude. How do you fuck up that bad? Anyways, so let's give a look at 4chan. All right, hashtag 4chan, as you can see up here. So Hashtag 4chan was trending at 12 p.m. July 11th. This is where they have it at right here. July 11th at 12 p.m. at 3.4K tweets. The fuck's that? What's that? Now, that's more than San Remo's 2.3K tweets. You know, and if we look back at San Remo, there it is, just to show you. At 12 p.m., bring that up here, right here, boom. July 11th, 12 p.m. was its peak at 2.3K tweets. You know, and by, as we look down here, by 1 p.m., it fell to 728 tweets. And if we go back to 4chan, 12 p.m., 3.4K tweets. And if we go down here to 3 p.m., it was still sitting at 2.4K tweets. Now, how does 4chan, after looking at those charts, just disappear from the trending chart? That doesn't make any sense. That kind of shows me that they're trying to fucking hide something. Or they're trying to hide the fact that all this shit's coming out and they can't stop it. Because there's 4 trending hashtags throwing out all this information and they can't take care of it all. So why not get rid of the actual hashtag that started it, right? No, so that way when people go look back in the past, it will disappear at some point in time if you don't know what hashtag to look for. So we'll just lump it all in with Hunter Biden because Hunter Biden's going to trend again at some point and it's going to get rid of everything. No, this is what it looks like to me. Fuck, man. Anyways, one last thing to show you before we end this segment. If we go to trendingcalendar.com and we look at, the 10th of July, which just mind you, trendingcalendar.com is a basically it gives you a day-by-day rundown of what was trending throughout the day for that specific day that you're looking at. So, Twitter trends on the 10th of July. If we look down here, Hunter Biden, 4chan, Pedo Peter, iCloud are nowhere to be found. Well, there's Pete there. Nowhere to be found. You want to know what's funny? They got rid of Pedo Peter as well, and I forgot to put this in here. But hashtag Pedo Peter, when it disappeared off the trending list with 4chan, it got lumped in with Pete Buttigieg, and which hence Pete right there. And then underneath Pete Buttigieg, it says related trending topics with Pete Buttigieg, and it says Pedo Peter. It's just like, Jesus, dude. Is it fucking this shady games, dude? So if we go to the next day here, right? Did it go there? There it goes. On the 11th, July 2022, Hunter Biden is at number 1, right? But if we go through here, where's hashtag? Nowhere. Nowhere. Where's hashtag 4chan at? Nowhere. How? That's fucking shady, dude. We have evidence, and I just showed you the evidence that fucking hashtag was trending, hashtag 4chan, on the 10th and the 11th. And this site that's supposed to sit there and, aggregate what was trending throughout the day, somehow doesn't have hashtag 4chan not trending either on the 10th or the 11th. And somehow said, no, it wasn't, Hunter Biden wasn't even trending on the 10th. That shit's fucking shady, dude. Doesn't make any sense. How does that happen? Shit, dude. Realistically, it's fucking, Twitter trying to, suppress the evidence of what's coming out because it looks bad for Biden. Biden's already in the fucking dump. I don't think this is going to make Biden look any worse. Anyways, that concludes the segment trending. Trump was too liberal. Tweet.
On the shoulder. You adjust the microphone as you talk, man. For their gracious aid.
All right. Well, before we get into the big lead, I have something else for you real quick. And the apple doesn't fall far from the tree when it comes to the embarrassment of the Biden family. So obviously, Hunter likes to film his drug and prostitution habits. Joe Biden can't give a speech without gaffing. And Dr. Joe Biden gave a speech in San Antonio at an annual conference of Unidos US, which is a Latino civil rights group. In Biden fashion, she gave an embarrassing remark during the speech. So let's give that a watch.
But we can't get those things on our own. Raul helped build this organization with the understanding that the diversity of this community, as distinct as the Bogotas of the Bronx, as beautiful as the blossoms of Miami, and as unique as the breakfast tacos here in San Antonio.
The breakfast tacos of San Antonio. That's how they're unique, huh? Who thought that her comparing the Hispanic community of San Antonio to breakfast tacos was a great idea? Now I find it hilarious, okay? I do. I find it hilarious that, that she thought that was going to be a great comparison. She thought that comparison was going to win over the community. Those Mexicans, they love them tacos. And even though I found it hilarious because it was just slightly ignorant, the National Association of Hispanic Journalists did not find it as amusing as I did. The NAHJ responded on Monday saying the remark was culturally inappropriate. We are not tacos. Anyways, that was just for fun, guys. Let's get into the big lead for today. So, Elon Musk moves to end $44 billion deal to buy Twitter. So, the New York Times writes, Elon Musk moves to end $44 billion deal to buy Twitter. I just said that, right? I was shocked when I saw this. My first question was why? He won. Musk has a chance to bring free speech back to the political dominated platform. But then I remembered, he's also a business mogul. If the platform is not set up to make money and you overpaid for it, the chances of you recouping the money in a timely manner is slim. And maybe that's what this move is about. This move is to get Twitter to show their cards so he can negotiate a lower price or terminate it altogether. Musk is not a stupid man, that's for sure. So the New York Times writes, let's roll down here. Less than 3 months ago, Elon Musk, the world's richest man, struck a blockbuster $44 billion deal to buy Twitter. He proclaimed that the company had tremendous potential. Since then, Mr. Musk has changed his tune. He snipped at Twitter's top executives. He unleashed tweets taunting the company's board. He complained that social media service had too many spam accounts and that he could not get insight into the issue. He tweeted a poop emoji to express his displeasure. And on Friday, Mr. Musk tried to back out of the acquisition altogether. In a regulatory filing prepared by his lawyers, Mr. Musk said he was terminating the Twitter deal because of a continuing disagreement over the number of spam accounts on the platform. He claimed that Twitter had not provided information necessary to calculate the number of those accounts, which the company has said is lower than 5%, and that it had appeared to make inaccurate statements. Twitter is in material breach of multiple provisions, end quote. Repeat the line. Of the deal agreement. Mr. Musk's lawyers said in the filing, and the company appears to have made false and misleading representations. Let's roll down here. I think we're down here. Maybe. I don't know. Mr. Musk moves set up what is likely to be an ugly and protracted legal battle with Twitter. The billionaire signed a legal binding agreement in April to buy the company for $54 a share, waiving due diligence to get the deal done quickly. The terms included a $1 billion breakup fee if the agreement fell apart and a clause that gives Twitter the right to sue Mr. Musk and force him to complete or pay for the deal, so long as the debt financing has corralled remains intact. Okay. So, Musk brings up a very great point, which is the bots on Twitter. How many are there? And what are bots? All very great questions, right? And Axios does a great job of answering them in this article. So, Twitter's bots are programs that post to Twitter based on coded instructions written by humans. They are utility bots that organize use to auto-post news and blog items. Creative bots made by software artists or fans of poets. And spam bots that swamp discussion threads with automated responses or come-ons for get-rich-quick schemes. Here are 4 things to know about Twitter's bots. Bots aren't new. Bots are hot. In online environments, they are both popular and pestiferous. Whatever. I'm not going to try to say the word. The cause of constant comment and debate. They are profiling like hold on, sorry guys, fix my shirt. They are Jesus. They are proliferating. They are increasingly complex. They cause as many problems as they solve. They will not go away. Andrew Leonard wrote that in Weird in 1996, by which time bots had already been in wide use on the internet service for years. Okay. 2. Many bots are good. Bots have been enriching my Twitter experience for over a decade, adding levity and serendipity to an otherwise too often bleak feed. Bots provide me with everything from random quotes from Moby Dick or the Mountain Goats to mashups of Brian Enos Maximus and emo lyrics. Okay. I wouldn't see this post if I let Twitter's algorithm choose what to show me. That's one of many reasons why I view Twitter in latest tweets mode, where the service shows me everything posted by those I follow. Musk shares this preference. No, he doesn't. He was complaining about latest tweet mode. But some bots are truly evil. They harass people or promote fraud, but eliminating them is not a simple problem. As Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal says, the most advanced spam campaigns use combinations of coordinated humans plus automation. They also comprise real accounts and then use them to advance their campaign. Agrawal says the company suspends more than 500,000 spam accounts daily, usually before any of you even see them on Twitter. And the last one, 4. No one knows for sure what it is about bots that bugs Musk. I can tell you, but one good guess is that crypto scammers have swamped his replies with automated come-ons because they view his 90 million strong following as full of easy marks. Okay. Maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. Axios, you suck. That last point he made was a very biased opinion aimed to slight Musk. Yes, there are bots that do what he mentioned, but that is not what Musk is worried about when it comes to bots. You can't do anything about those kinds of bots. It comes with the territory of the internet. So remember, Musk is a business mogul. He needs Twitter to make money to recoup the money he spent in a timely manner. All right. How does a free social media platform make money? They make money by companies buying ads on their platform. A platform's ad revenue is determined by the number of users it has and the ability to guarantee a percentage of views to the ad buyer in exchange for their money. Now, if you cannot prove the percentage of bot versus human on your platform, then you run into a fraud situation. If Elon Musk buys Twitter for $44 billion and Twitter says it has 330 billion users, then you can do the math on how many ad campaigns you would need to sell to recoup the amount of money you spent over time. Couple that with premium subscriptions for regular users and business users, and you will cut that time in half, right? Makes sense, which would make it easier for Musk to gather investors to help with financial burden. And here's an article from Aurora to help explain that point. So, Aurora writes, how much money do you spend on ads per month? Some companies dedicate as much as millions of dollars per month towards getting their ads in front of the right people. Unfortunately, a percentage of that is unknowingly wasted money. According to the Wall Street Journal, Adobe found that 28% of websites' traffic likely come from bots and other non-human signals. If you have invested money into a digital ad campaign, there's no guarantee that those ads will end up in front of real people. They might instead end up being served to bots. You should have put an S at the end of that, huh? Oh, well, I cut it off. So let's scroll down here. How do bots affect digital ad campaigns in businesses? Once there's a revenue stream, there will be people trying to exploit it. Ads are no different. How do bots like traffic bots and click bots negatively impact digital ad campaigns for businesses? Early on in the life cycle of ad production, some creative coders realized they could make a lot of money by faking the number of impressions that an ad receives. This procedure is known as ad fraud, which stems from elect traffic sourcing. When you pay for an online ad, you assume that your affiliate is putting it in front of real human beings. Most of your metrics work with that premise. With a certain number of impressions, you'll expect a particular conversation rate. However, when up to half of your ads are in front of bots, what are you really paying for? Typically, when you're promoting a website, you source traffic from multiple channels. The thought is that as many people see your ads, they'd be more likely to click on them. Bots change that entire dynamic. Let's scroll down here. Boom. When you buy ads from a website, they serve it to their engaged audience, and you have a chance of getting consumer to buy your product. However, traffic brokers have caught on to this scheme. They offer a massive number of visitors in any demographic, but a much lower cost than traditional advertisers. The problem is that you are not buying real impressions. You effectively paying affiliates and advertising platforms for bogus impressions, which won't benefit your business in the long run. Most companies aren't aware of how insidious these practices are and how much money they are wasting on traffic sourcing. Traffic sourcing can be a massive boost to a business's visibility. If left unprotected, you run the risk of being inundated by bot impressions. Their impact on your business can be deep and destructive. There you go, huh? If Twitter does not provide Musk access to run his own diagnosis on the platform, so he can confidently say that this is the ratio to human versus bot, then he cannot confidently show investors a timeline of money recouping and gains. Parag Agarwal said in a tweet, and let's bring that bad boy up. Our actual internal estimates for the last 4 quarters were all well under 5% based on the methodology outlined above. The error margins on our estimates give us confidence in our public statements each quarter. Okay, so when Musk gains control of the company and runs his diagnosis and finds that bots don't make up 5% of the user base but makes up 15%, Musk is in big trouble because now he has lawsuits on his hand, which would inevitably sink the company, which makes sense why Musk wants to run his own diagnosis on the company. So, why is Twitter so adamant about not letting Musk run his own tests? And if you ask me, it sounds like they are worried about Musk finding something they don't want him to find while they control the company. If Musk discovers that they are lying about bot numbers, the company can be sued into oblivion, and he will acquire the company for next to nothing. Or he discovers that they were lying about there not being a shadow banning campaign, which would result in a slew of governmental legal issues. Perhaps that's why he's taking this approach. If they refuse to hand over the information willingly, force them to do it in court. Make it appear as if you were trying to back out of a deal. Then they try and sue you, which now allows you to air out the company's dirty laundry in public because it is now a court case. And Elon will not be in breach of his contract because company matters are now public. If that's the case, Musk is playing 4D chess, and by his tweets, that's what it looks like he's implying. So let's take a look at that. He tweeted, "They said I couldn't buy Twitter. Then they wouldn't disclose bot info. Now they want to force me to buy Twitter in courts. Now they have to disclose bot info in courts." And if they choose to sue him, that's probably what will happen. And he's definitely sure of it because of this tweet hours later. And for the audio listeners, it's Chuck Norris with one pawn against a full board of chess pieces. And if we scroll down here, Elon says, "Chuck, mate." That's pretty hilarious. He's a fun dude. I like him. He brings the fun back to Twitter. So, would Twitter be that foolish to sue Musk, opening up the playing field for him to force them to provide information? Well, NPR writes, a centuries-old court in Delaware will decide if Elon Musk has to buy Twitter. Scroll down here. The battle over Twitter's future is moving into a court not in California, where it's headquartered, but in Delaware, where the social media company was incorporated in 2007. On Tuesday, Twitter sued billionaire Elon Musk in Delaware Court of Chancery, a hub of high-profile corporate litigations that is more than 2 centuries old, descends from the High Court of Chancery in Great Britain. In a 62-page lawsuit, the company asked the court to order the world's richest man to complete a $44 billion takeover deal he has been trying to back out of. Musk is no stranger to the Delaware Court of Chancery. Last year, the Tesla CEO prevailed in a suit brought by the company's shareholders. Odd. That's interesting, man, that they're taking it to that court. I wonder if they feel if they have a better chance there than in California. And that brings up the question, why this court? And if we go back to this article, it says, how is it different from other courts? The Delaware Court of Chancery is more specialized than most courts in the U.S., while other courts consider cases in which one party is seeking monetary damages from another. The Court of Chancery does not. Instead, it is a court of equity. What does that mean exactly? David Margles, a Wilmington-based partner with the law firm Ballard Sphere, explains. You are asking the court to enter an order that requires someone to do something or prohibits someone from doing something, which is what Twitter is doing in this case. Okay, interesting. No, maybe Musk is playing 4D chess after all. Now, maybe I'm just giving him too much credit. But how does this lawsuit ultimately end? And as much as I would like to see Elon Musk's Chuckmate sweep Twitter under the rug in this game of chess, we have to be realistic. The Atlantic conducted an interview with a professor from Boston College Law School about this current lawsuit, and he asked the question I asked, how does this end? And he said, The Twitter board would like to do the deal because the best thing for their stockholders is to get the $54 a share. But if they can't get the but if they can't get that, $50 a share is good too. If Musk says $36, that might be too big a delta. But the other thing that could happen is Twitter says, you don't want to buy us, and we don't want you to buy us either. Musk offered to buy Twitter for $54 a share. Now Twitter is trading around $35 a share. Maybe Twitter says, give us $20 a share and you can walk away with nothing. That's the beginning of a real negotiation. Interesting. Well, we will see. I hope all of this ends with Elon exposing the bot fraud and the shadow banning campaign, but maybe it all ends up with, Musk having to own up to the deal and buy Twitter, which is a win. I feel, get some free speech back to Twitter. But I will definitely be keeping tabs on this court case. So that concludes the big lead for today's show. So speaking of bots, that's actually the topic of our next segment. It's a brand new segment called The Unexplained.
You were traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land where its boundaries are that of imagination. That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop, The Unexplained.
Nope. I'm actually very excited about this segment. And if you couldn't tell from the stinger, this is a segment in which we will discuss strange occurrences, whether it's news, conspiracy theories, a video of an object in the sky, a newly discovered cryptid, or true crime. It will be discussed in this segment for future episodes to come. So we will be kicking this segment off with a conspiracy theory, and it just so happens to be related to what we were talking about in the big lead. Bots, people. They are everywhere, almost uncontrollable, some would say. Out of control. So out of control that there are no longer humans on the internet. I present to you the dead internet theory. And this is actually a really interesting theory. And so the base of this theory is that AI bots have gotten so sophisticated that we cannot tell anymore whether an interaction on the internet, be it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or even TikTok, is actually a real human being. Think about that. And as shocking as that sounds, that's how advanced AI software has become. It is so advanced that the hot Instagram girl you follow and is kind enough, to send you DMs is just the bots. Yes, even those pics put up of her working out or going to the park with her friends is all AI generated. Insane. But before I get ahead of myself, let me further explain the theory. So, this theory was first brought to light by a user called Illuminati Pirates. Let me get this thread opened up here. So, in January of 2021, Illuminati Pirate created a thread on an online forum, Arger's Rhodes Macintosh Cafe, titled The Dead Internet Theory. Most of the internet is fake. So, it claims that this theory was originally written by several anons from different forums. And as we said earlier, anons mean anonymous, users. This story states that the internet as we know it actually died sometime between 2016 and 2017. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that the internet is gone. Rather, most of the people we see online doing things like publishing content, posting social media updates, and commenting on, posts are actually bots. So let's read a little from this post. Now, mind you, before we start reading this, all right, this is grammar for a forum grammar. All right, so it's a little hard to read out loud, but I'm going to try and push through this. So spare me, all right? All right. Hello. I would like to talk, or rather tell you about a certain suspicious hunches and experiences I've had, and I'm sure some of you as well. Similar themes have been written about across image boards quite a few times, so I know I'm not alone in this. My background is of an old fag. Don't know what that means, but okay. I've seen it all. I started going on 4chan in 2006, and I followed all the neutral roads this implies. In my 30s, and I remember when 4chan had a iBoard, when Co was a trial board shunned by basically everyone, when number 34 porn was an obscure interest with the very few good artists, and when Moot changed the front page to the Web 2.0 bullshit 4chan has to this very day. I was also among the first right-wingers who were such before it was cool. I've seen pull, rise, and fall. I was there when it mattered, but rather than saying these things out of my masturbatory pleasure, I wish to stress that I've acquired a set of observational skills. Okay, Liam Neeson, which other genuine old fags share. I'm aware you have no reason to trust my credentials, but I hope you'll read this in good faith. That's what we're doing, buddy. So, much of this falls squarely in the fringe territory with a healthy dosage of X and conspiracy theory up the ass. My goal by posting this seemingly jumbled mess is to, how can I put it? I want you to be aware, to digest all this, because on a basic level, I love you all. I feel like we're all in this together. The dangerous game we did not choose to play, and which I think kicking into high gear. I do not hold many answers and don't have all the pieces of the puzzle, but I am aware there is a puzzle. Please feel free to go wild with all of this. Post it wherever you want on whatever site you want or use. I am nobody like you, and what matters to me is only that this reaches you as many people as possible. At worst, you'll be entertained or kill time. I tried to break this mess into points for brevity, and because I touch upon many subjects, I imply more than I explain, because if I go too deep, this will turn into an even bigger wall of text. The internet feels empty and devoid of people. It is also devoid of content, compared to the internet of, say, 2007 and beyond. The internet of today is entirely sterile. There is nowhere to go and nothing to do, see, read, or experience anymore. It all imploded into a handful of normal fag sites and these empty husks we inhabit. Yes, the internet may seem gigantic, but it's like a hot air balloon with nothing inside. Some of this is absolutely the fault of corporations and government entities. However, that doesn't explain the following. I used to be a perpetual contact with a solid number of people across multiple sites. Across the years, each and every one of them vanished without a trace. None of them were into poll stuff or anything even remotely questionable or controversial. Yet, they all simply vanished in a puff of smoke. No matter the site, no matter the communication platform, there was no goodbye or explanation. I've seen the same threads, the same pics, the same replies reposted over and over across the years to the point of me seeing it as unremarkable. Simply put, thread A would be posted in, say, 2015 and will get its shares of replies or pics, and say co or A, then Then that very same thread with the same text pics and replies would appear in 2016 and beyond. This often happens in the same year multiple times as well. Of course, poll is getting shilled and bot posted to death, but why recycle a completely innocent A thread? Who is doing this and why? Stuff like this won't be noticed by young average posters perhaps, but I and other old fags will inevitably notice it. I think I saw the same happen on other non-image board sites, but I can't vouch for it as strongly as the above because of the time I spend there. Not much. What I do vouch for is the news. I've seen news about this or that new and unusual or shocking event year after year, but it's the same goddamn event, usually moons or asteroids. Roughly in 2016 or early 2017, 4chan was filled with posts by someone or something. It wasn't spam. The conversation with it were in real time across multiple boards and multiple threads simultaneously. Its English was grammatically correct, but odd. I'm not a native English speaker, and I am thus sensitive to its misuses, similar to how a Japanese person may use it. A sense of childlike curiosity and childlike intellect emanated from these posts. It posted a lot of questions, usually as if they are understanding the emotion of the posters it was talking to, as if unfamiliar with human emotions. Communicating with these posts was an odd experience. I could sense something was off, but not malicious. I am absolutely certain this was an AI of some sorts. This poster was active only for about a week, and as far as I know, nobody has ever mentioned or noticed this anon. Its replies were always on topic, but the above-mentioned childish clashed with the apparent knowledge it possessed. It was the knowledge of an adult person, so it wasn't a kid or something of that sort. Now, I'm going to stop there because I believe we got the gist of what he's saying there. And he just continues on in the thread with example after example of what he claims is evidence. So, now that we have the background of that theory, can what he's saying be true? And I'm sorry to say it, but yes. The reason I say that is because there is a highly intelligent algorithm created by a company called OpenAI out of San Francisco. It is called GPT-3. So GPT-3 is an autoregressive language model that uses deep learning to produce human-like text. The quality of the text generated by GPT-3 is so high that it can be difficult to determine whether or not it was written by a human. And that's just what we are aware of. Who knows what the Pentagon or marketing agencies have been working on. GPT-3 is just one portion of this iceberg. Social media companies pay top price for their engineers. They need sophisticated bots to push content so it drives users to use their platform. The more users they have, the more ads they can sell. So why rely on other human accounts to attract other humans? Why not create bot accounts that act like real human accounts to attract real humans to increase revenue? That's exactly what they are doing. And here's an example of I think it's Little Miquela, Lilmiquela. It's an Instagram account. Let's bring that up. This one's interesting. So as we can see on her bio, she is a 19-year-old bot living in LA. She has a following of 3 million followers. And as we can see, man, it's just insane. All these pictures down here are AI generated. If it lets me fucking bring these up. You gonna let me bring them up? No. I wanted to get these full screen. No, it's not gonna let me, huh? It's all right. But look at this. 153K views on this. Look at that. 30. Those are all botted people. Those people aren't real. Look at that. This is all AI generated. And for the audio listeners, sorry. Basically, what we're looking at is actual real photos that look real, but they're not real, of a girl, out and about in LA, having, fun with friends, going to clubs with friends, out in the park, taking pictures by flowers. Look at that. Hanging out with her boyfriend who's computer AI generated. Look at that. Slurping up noodles with her boyfriend. That's insane. Laying on a car, just got out of the shower. Jesus. Holy shit. That's insane, man. You know, and that's just what they want to show us. You know, I kind of feel like this account is just there to show us how they're gaslighting us, right? You know, how many more accounts are there on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, you know, just like this or better? You know, it's insane, dude. No, and here's the real kicker of all this. Social media sites are using their bots to, you know, increase their revenue. But what's stopping governmental, you know, use of these same tactics, you know, to increase influence? Swaying public opinion is crucial for governmental bodies staying in power. You know, we have seen these tactics already with activists on social media, you know, from BLM to Antifa and to Ruth Sent Us. All of them are small factions stemming from one political party, you know, and that's at least in the US. But what if these same tactics are being used on a global scale, you know, being disguised as like climate change, you know? And that's headed by the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab. Now, this is just my opinion, but climate change is something that has the millennial and Z generation by the balls. You know, my generation and Z are a little radicalized by this, you know, theory. You know, I'm not saying that there's no truth in climate change, but it seems that there's something radicalizing us about it. So a study done by Ghost Data estimated that 9.5% of Instagram accounts are bots. That is 95 million accounts. Look at that, dude. Instagram may have 95 million bot accounts, the information reports. Jesus. No, and if that's the case on Instagram, what does that say for other social media sites? That article was published in 2018. That number, if not doubled, quadrupled because of the advancement of AI bots throughout from 2018 to now. It's only getting faster. No? That means that bots are outnumbering us. If there are more bots on the internet than there are users, then that means the internet is truly dead. No? I could be an AI-generated YouTube/podcaster. Right? I mean, you wouldn't know unless you actually knew me. Think about it, right? And that concludes the Unexplained.
You are traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land where its boundaries are that of imagination. That's a signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the Unexplained.
All right, guys, that ends the show. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please hit the like button and definitely subscribe. If you do subscribe, make sure to ring that bell. I upload episodes weekly, and I wouldn't want you to miss out. Audio listeners, you can subscribe too. Thank you for listening. But hey, you know you want to listen. You want to watch these videos we played. You can watch the Deplorable Talk Show on YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook. You can listen to the Deplorable Talk Show on Spotify, Apple, Google, and Stitcher. You can find links in the description, or you can head to the deplorableent.com. That is the general hub for all things deplorable. Take care, guys. See you next episode.